Good day, learners. Welcome to our lesson on algebraic expressions. Today we'll be concentrating on practice questions and application questions. Let's look at the first one. We are to subtract this expression, a trinomial, from that trinomial. The key word is from, which means whatever follows the word from must be written first. So our expression would be 7x minus 12y plus 18z should be subtracted. We should subtract 3x plus 8y minus 10z. Then the next step would be we write the first part as it is, 7x minus 12y plus 18z, and then we have a negative 1 there. Negative 1 multiplied by 3x, it would be negative 3x. Negative 1 multiplied by 8y would be negative 8y. Negative 1 multiplied by negative 10z would be positive 10z. Then we look for like terms. 7x minus 3, there's an x and an x. 7x minus 3x would be 4x, and then there's y, and there's y. Negative 12y and negative 8y would be negative 20y, and then there is z and z. 18z plus 10z would be 28z. So that is how that one is resolved. The next question is simplify the following. We have 18a squared b cubed multiplied by 2ab divided by 12a cubed b squared. So the first part that we need to do is to follow the order of operations, and it says we multiply first before we divide. So in this case, we would then start with multiplying 18 and 2, and it would give us 18 multiplied by 2 would give us 36, and a squared and a would be a to the exponent 3. Remember, when we multiply exponents, when we multiply the bases that are similar, we add the exponents. So it would be a to the exponent 3, and then b cubed multiplied by b would be b to the exponent 4. And then now we can divide with 12a cubed b squared. And then 36 divided by 12 would be 3. And then a to the exponent 3, we subtract the next exponent which we are to divide with, because the second law of exponents says when we divide exponents of the same base, we subtract their, when we divide powers of the same base, we subtract the exponent. So this then would be b exponent 4 minus 2, which would give us 3. A to the exponent 3 minus 3 is 0, and then b to the exponent 4 minus 2 would be b squared. Sorry, I wrote b twice. Would be b squared. A to the exponent 0 is 1, so would remain with 3b squared. That is our answer for that one. Let's look at a similar question. Let's read the next question. Simplify the following. 14p squared divided by 7p multiplied by 2p cubed. The order of operations is such that we divide before we multiply. So 14p squared divided by 7p would then give us 2p multiplied by 2p cubed. And as we do that, now we multiply 2 multiplied by 2 would be 4. P, remember when we have P, it has a 1 that we do not write, so it would be P1 plus exponent 1 plus 3, which gives us 4p to the exponent 4. That is the end of that answer. Let's move on to the next one. So as I look at that expression, I realize that the highest exponent is 3. And so that should be the first number that I'm going to write, 12y cubed. And then the next one is a square, so it will be plus 12y squared plus 7y minus 24. So that is descending order. And then what is the degree of that expression? That degree would be the highest exponent, which is 3. Degree is 3. Let's move on to the next one. We are to simplify. The question is 2p multiplied by 3p squared multiplied by 4p to the exponent 3. So in this case, there's only one operation, which is multiplication. So as we multiply, we'll then say 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6, multiplied by 4, which is 24. And then p to the exponent 1 plus 2 plus 3. So our answer would be 24p to the exponent 6. Let's look at the next one. We are now dividing. Let's look at the first part, which says simplify. And the first part there is 3a plus a squared divided by a. It's a binomial divided by a monomial, a single term. When we have a question like that, first thing that we do is we ensure that we divide each term with the denominator that we have been given. So it would be 3a divided by a, we separate them, and a squared divided by the same denominator, which is a. And at that, we then have 3, then a to the exponent 1 minus the denominator, which is 1, plus, in this case, we'll have exponent a to the exponent 2 minus 1. So this one would be 3, a to the exponent 1 minus 1 would be a to the exponent 0, plus a to the exponent 2 minus 1, which is a to the exponent 1. Mathematically, we do not write it that way, so it would be 3, a to the exponent 1 becomes 1, so we'll remain with 3 plus a. So that is how our answer is supposed to be. Let's look at number B, which is in front of us. Again, step number 1 is we separate them. So 6a divided by 6 plus 18b divided by 6 minus 12c divided by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and we remain with a. 18 divided by 6 is 3, so it would be 3b. And 12 divided by 6 is 2, so it would be 2c. That is how that expression is supposed to be. Let's look at the next question. It says square root, simplify the following. The square root of 64x squared plus cube root of 64x cubed. Let's resolve first what is under the radical sign. 64 can be expressed as h squared x squared. And on the next sign, the cube root, 64 can be expressed as 4 cubed x cubed, which then says we have 8x all squared under the square root sign and 4x cubed under the cube root sign. And then that would give us then 8x all squared. We can convert the sign, the square root sign, to an exponent half, so that we multiply by a half, and then on the other side we have 4x cubed, all cubed, and we multiply its exponent by 1 divided by 3, which is a third. Then 3 multiplied by a third would give us 1, so we remain with 4x. And then 2 multiplied by half would give us 1, so we remain with 8x. 8x plus 4x, these are like terms, and they will give us 12x as our answer. And at this stage, let's stop there for now. Let's go for a short break. See you soon.